Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys hear what's going on. Frelin Arts Subprime Hero here with my homeboy,
Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
Wow. And we are Car Guy Coffee Podcast. What's going on? Welcome to the show. Something's going on weird, but we're happy.
Something just happened to the
I don't
sound.
know what
it
happened.
went a little bit funny, but it's all good.
Do your thing.
We're still excited to be here right now. If you can see this, do us a favor and tag a car guy, tag a car gal. Let somebody know that we are brewing solutions right now.
That's right.
So share.
Woo!
Share.
Share.
Get it out there, everybody. Let them know what you are doing right here tonight and tomorrow and every day. Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Get them in here. We'll be right back.
What is going on? I'm going to do something real quick and see what happens. What? I love it. Technical.
Car guys and car gals, welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Once again, this is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
We are brewing solutions with the best. Welcome to the cafe where we are enjoying all of the fun, cool, technical things that we are putting together to help bring a better produced show to you and a whole lot more fun as we enjoy brewing solutions together. Thank you so much for spending your right now with us, whenever it is that you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or if you're actually watching it pre-recorded or you're seeing it cut up into however it gets cut up.
Right.
Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm so pumped up about it.
I'm real pumped up. I want to throw a quick shout out to a few people who've joined us.
Yes.
Justin Collins. What's up, my friend? I'm
What
glad
up,
to see
Justin?
you out there doing your thing. Happy late birthday. I sent you a message on
Cheers.
Facebook or whatever social media platform I sent it on. But man, looked like you had a great time down there at Disney World. One of my favorite places to go. And then we got your brother, Joey. What's up, Joey?
Joey's killing it right now. Like really crushing it with some running. He's looking good, Joe. You're looking good. I'm so proud of you. I need to get more like you. You inspire me every day, bro. Seriously.
No doubt.
Out there serving his country in the Middle East.
Hoorah.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank
That's
you so
right.
much.
You know, and we got DJ out there throwing up the Forgive, Focus, Fly, and
Yeah.
keep growing. That's what that hashtag F3 for 3, Forgive, Focus, Fly, and keep growing. That's my dog, man. I appreciate you for doing that. He says, what up? And then he says, what's up, guys? Thanks. Man, I'm glad you're here tonight. What's up, Justin, man? Have fun. If you got any questions, man, throw some stuff out there. Dude, we're going to get Justin on the show here one day, man. This dude is a rising star in the business to himself. He's doing some amazing stuff. He's a young gunner. I love it. Very confident, and he's doing some amazing stuff. His store's had a great month, I believe. So I'm glad to hear that you guys were having a good one too. Excuse me. But it's great to hear that people all around us are doing well. And there's a lot of good people doing some great stuff around us. So,
I mean,
great job.
That's the culture that ultimately we want for everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For those of you that don't know, Fred and I are at two different stores. But at the other store that is our biggest competitor, ultimately, I want to say, bro, did you hit your goal last month?
You know I did.
We hit our goal last month. Cheers to that. We were drinking Car Guy coffee, and we were brewing solutions, and we were finding a way to help people with their problems, with their transportation problems. For some of the people that don't know, it's okay for you to congratulate other people on doing a good job. Yeah, it's actually highly encouraged for you to encourage the people in your market. If a garden is planted properly, each thing that's growing adds life to the other thing growing around it. You know what I mean? They are all designed in a way to bring each other up as they all stretch towards the light, as they all reach deep within to pull up the valuable resources that are inside of the soil. They use each other to raise up as they reach towards light. And that's ultimately the whole kind of culture we want as we brew and we make beans and we get in there and we grind this out and we make some Car Guy coffee and we upshift and we uplift people. We got to get the message out there. You got to help keep getting the message out there that there's people that are doing good things and you're allowed to say, good job. You're allowed to give them an attaboy. So share people's stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you see how many cars drive down the street every single day? We have plenty of customers out there for all of us to help each other do our thing. So it's always good to see people like Justin doing your thing, Max. So congratulations to your good month last month. Get it, man. Let's here to Hardin County, man. Here to Meade County. Here to Kentucky Anna. Let's just call it that, man. Look at that picture. Anyway, so I just saw it pop up. I forgot about that one. But anyway, oh, look at that one too. So, folks, we're having a great night right now. It just officially just now turned into February. So
it's February.
Here to February.
Happy February.
Here to January being over. Cheers to that.
Cheers
to that. So, folks, that's a great lead to the Forgive, Focus, Fly. And here's why I think it's a great lead, because we just finished a month. Some of us had great months. Some of us did not have the month that we were hoping for. Some of us had okay months, right? But the biggest thing is did you try your best? And if you did, man, hoorah. If you did not, you know what you need to improve upon. And it's okay. Guess what? What's the biggest room in the world, Lou?
It's the room for improvement.
That's right. And Lou knows the answer to that question. And you can always do one thing to keep yourself down, and so you can not forgive yourself. You could not forgive the people around you. So what you want to do is make sure you forgive. So let's get to it, folks. You need to forgive last month, no matter how good, how bad, how whatever it was. It's time to let it go. It's time to move on. It's time to get pumped up, positive, and get motivated and ready for this amazing month of February, folks. It's the month of love. Man, it's the month of love. It is. It's Black History Month also, folks. It's a great month to really sit down and think about like what's really going on in the world. Again, reflect about the last 12 months, no matter what side you're on. Just reflect and just think about what's going on and what needs to happen. And it's a great month to just acknowledge the great culture of the Black culture, you know, and I love them, and I love my peoples. They're good. I mean, we all are. We're all great people. We're a great world. We're a world of people that love and care. We all have the same blood inside of us, the same kind of heart inside of us, the same kind of determination. Just because one person is one color or not doesn't matter to what they can or cannot do. It's true. You know, it makes it a lot harder for some people because of their color of their skin. So, I mean, Lou and I can attest to it. Both of us.
100%. I
know I've been discriminated upon, you know, before, and I'm not trying to get deep on. I'll let that go. And I'll go to the next.
I am part Black. I mean, there's a lot that's mixed inside of this.
So,
little Cuban right here.
Absolutely. So, you know, and that's the thing. It's like you have to understand that it's not about that, but it's unfortunate that it is, and to have to live through that and see it happen, it's unfortunate. So, folks, let's all love. Let's think and let's move forward. All right. So, like I said, I didn't want to get too deep into it. You know, man, I know I got DJ. DJ's out here watching right now, and I know
that
DJ
chest
knows
one time. Everybody hit that chest one time, because we want to make sure that we penetrate to the heart, and we speak to the heart of the matter. Ultimately, we're only here to have heartfelt conversations about the things that we're passionate about. You know, and with that, it's been an incredible journey with my brother from another mother and a fellow foreigner, a fellow service member. You know, as we start to look at all of the things that are compiled together in the people that are fellowshipping within the cafe, we represent a culture of people that have committed a lifestyle of service in the exchange for a smile, for safety, for financial well-being, for status. We're in such a industry that is it has so many different stigmas on different sides, depending on what side of sales you're on, where and what it is that you actually do inside of the sales process. But car guys, salespeople of vehicles have often been stigmatized either as the best of salesmen and the hardest to close and the most revered in their techniques, or as the worst of the worst and the slimiest of the slimy and the most untrustworthy of the untrustworthy. We've been given those labels from two different ends, and what's come out of it has been different cultures wherever it is that you are in the country, however it is that your store is.
Right.
And what we ultimately want to do is say, whatever your culture is, if you start actually brewing solutions, and yes, there's a coffee with that. There is a culture that makes sure that you can taste it. But if you start actually focusing on brewing solutions, you're going to find that it upshifts you. It uplifts you.
Wow.
You have fun producing. You find solutions.
You get confident. You can see
Contagiously
people out there that, I know that the caffeinated culture has touched. Michael Offmuth, he's on right now. And actually, Michael, if you're available, man, if you want to come on live with us,
Yes,
I wouldn't mind. I would love to have you live.
From Elite F5.
I mean, Justin Collin, even, man, if you want to jump on, man, let me know, and I'll send you guys some links to link up right now. Come on live on my show.
There's plenty of coffee to go around.
Lou and I, we can have some talk.
Go.
We could talk about the culture of the business right now, what's working, what's not. We could have some fun. But Michael is a great dude, and I'm very fortunate to have met him. But he's somebody that I know that even our caffeinated culture has touched. He's gave me a lot of credit, and I appreciate that. It actually made my heart felt really good when he told me this is really encouraged me to keep doing what I'm doing. And he said, hey, man, I started doing videos because I saw your videos and it made me, want to do some too. And he's right. You should see his videos. You guys, if you've ever watched the information he's giving out, absolutely just to help this culture of the car business, help it get better and help it get stronger. He's doing it, and he's doing it really well. Our whole thing is we're just trying to help people and help them get caffeinated and get them excited. So,
I mean, that's
we do, and we're doing it, and we're doing it all together as a huge team. And I know that we're going to just keep growing. And the word that I'm going to use is together. And then I got Michael Landis, who just recently, this past week, put out his first video because I inspired him to, and I put that challenge on him.
And then he wrote on the beach.
And then he wrote us a cool picture on the beach. It'll probably pop up here somewhere in a moment, but
it was amazing.
It was awesome. And he wrote the car guy coffee 20, dude, really touching. Just didn't have to do that. And I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody. And that's just a few. And Joseph Player, I've helped get into the finance just because I've done the show and they reached out to me. There's salespeople who are saying they're selling more cars just because they listen to our show, Lou. I mean, are you kidding me? And that's what it's about. That's what makes me go, let's go harder. Let's go bigger season 2, right? Let's get this TV on the wall. Let's get the lights going. Let's get the good mics. Let's get the right type of sound effects, right? Right? Rock and roll. Won't stop, can't stop. And that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to ever hear that's not what you want to hear. You don't want. That is so magical. So much better to hear. I'm just saying. But if seriously, I'm having a good time tonight, obviously. But we have a lot of stuff that we want to go over. We're not going to be on. We have the clubhouse. Speaking of, we got Michael Larkin talking about that. I'm going to bring up his comment. So glad I upgraded my iPhone. In the clubhouse, Michael is all over the internet. Sunday Night Live. Yes. So I love it. Mr. Larkin himself. Yes, it's amazing. Look at that. Elite FI. What? Woo! So I love that. It is popping up everywhere, folks. This company's amazing. That's speaking of that. Let's get to our sponsors really quick.
Let's go ahead and highlight some of these incredible solutionaries that we are connected with. Remember, for everybody it is that we are connected with, they have a solution that they are brewing for the people that want to improve their business in the automotive industry. If that's you, then great. If it's not you, all right. But that's what they do. They try to find a way to help you brew solutions inside of your business in the automotive industry and others, actually. Michael even helps out inside of boating, right? RVs.
Oh, dude, he does anything that moves, right? So if you
know what the name of you guys know what the name of our boat's going to be called when we have a boat? You got it right. Write down your guess to the name of the boat. But we didn't do first things first yet.
Oh, we still haven't done it
We
yet?
haven't done it yet. This message has been brought by our sponsors, and that's to apply 3 F's to your life,
right.
everybody.
I can't believe my
Car
bad.
guys, car gals, and all you solutionaries. Let's go ahead and forgive, focus, and fly. 1, 2, 3. Forgive,
focus, fly,
and keep growing. Keep growing. Keep growing.
All right, so
Now we are set up
We're
to
back.
get ready to. Inside of the biggest room of the world is the room for improvement all over the place. And it can't be contained inside of a box, especially when there's so many tools inside of this kit. And then car guys, car gals, you understand that things could be looking really, really, really clean. And then they can get even cleaner when you rock that Exo Gloss.
Exo Gloss.
Rock it out, car guys and car gals,
Booyah.
with Exo Gloss. And then, of course, you know, this incredible salmon colored swag.
Salmon.
And
I got the sand.
He's got the sand.
I got the
sand and salmon.
Sand salmon.
We're getting so nautical. Perfect for the beach. Car Guy Coffee 2021, written on the shores of Santa Barbara, right? That's Santa Barbara. That was awesome. So awesome.
That's
You guys got to
exactly
check
where
that
it
out. You'll see it. You'll probably see it pop up. Secret.
Oops. He's like, it's like a butterfly flying by. He's one of those kids. And he's like, hey, yeah, this is so serious. Butterfly. Okay, but
they're not supposed to see that yet. But car guys, car gals, we got so much that's coming and that's brewing for you. But we're so thankful for the people that do outfit us and make sure that we have the right swag. And you can get some swag yourself by going to thinkadgroup.com. Check out O while he explains it to you. Thank you so much, Think Ad Group, all you solutionaries out there. You are the ones that make sure that this message keeps coming out there, and we cannot stop for a moment. I guess we can, but we can make sure that we actually go to the next level by always looking for the next sale, by always making sure that you have the applications inside of your hand to go to the next sale. Fill up that hopper, folks. Now, some of you do know and do not know who Jason Garris is. If you don't know who Jason Garris is, well, he's an incredible solutionary that we are so thankful to be even knowing, even inside of a room, whether it's for 5 hours or it's for 5 minutes, having any portion of his time and any bit of his heart that he pours out into his business, we're so thankful for, and we honor that we ever have had the chance to do so. He sowed into our lives, actually into our sons' lives. Yes, he gave them a drone.
He did.
And
my dude, man, and I actually probably use it more than them. It's so much fun.
You knew that was going to happen. The
fun
big kids
with it.
were going to get it, right?
It's a lot of fun, and I am a big kid. And I'm a big kid. Look what I can do.
But it inspired us to help make sure that we get the message out there, because Jason, he just got himself another 3-pack of Car Guy coffee, some caffeinated consistency, because he's loving it. And he's trying to make sure that that message gets out there to so many other people. So inspired by the drone, we made sure that everybody knows that you can go to carguycoffee.com and get you some caffeinated consistency. Just go to the coffee shop. You can also listen to the podcast, hear what's going on, brew some other solutions. There's so many things that are in there that I cannot spend this entire show telling you about all the awesomeness that's inside of carguycoffee.com with all the people that have poured out, including people that are going to be in here right now. As a matter of fact, they're coming through right now. But
folks,
while we get ready to bring to you Mr. Michael Hoffman.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, brother?
So I heard you talking about the drone. So you're flying your son's drone also, right?
Yeah. I've seen your video footage. You have such a cool area to go do it at.
Yes.
You know, I guess if you were here, you would think our area is really cool too, you know, because it's so green.
Everywhere is cool when you have a drone.
You know, when you fly a drone, everything is cool because you're seeing it from a different perspective.
Oh, it's so wicked. It almost gives me like weak in the knees. Like if you're like, I'm like, that's so high. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
Please don't fly away on accident.
Yeah. The funny thing is, it's not my drone, my son's drone. I go out there and fly it more than him. And I think you're doing the same thing, but it's just like, you kind of get hooked on it, right? You get behind the controls. And the first I'm thinking, I'm going to crash.
No, I got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna crash it. It's for sure gonna crash. And then next, okay, I can fly this. I can do this. And then it's next thing you know, you're flying all over the place and zooming in and out of things.
Thus is life, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's almost anything you do. You know, it's weird. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna do something bad. But once you do it, you're like, not that shabby. I could do this. Right. I can make it happen. And I just
made it
growing.
Keep growing. Yeah. That's right. That's what we're doing, man. So check this out. Speaking of the drone, I want to make sure that or not that because I know that you're making sure that this message gets out there, brother. And we so appreciate it because you are elite. And we want to make sure that people know what being elite is like. And that's drinking Car Guy coffee. Get it to somebody. Go check it out. Upshift, uplift. Just so that you guys know, you can get it sent to you. Get you some Car Guy coffee. Upshift and uplift today. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming and hanging out with us. Brother, what's going on with you, man? There's so much going on.
I know, busy. It's the beginning of the year, first month already. 1/3 of the first quarter already over. What's going on, man?
How did you guys finish up your month? How did January finish up?
It finished strong, man.
Fantastic.
Thankfully, we needed a strong finish at the end.
It was a sprint to the finish.
Yeah.
It fantastic. Awesome. So our guys were amazing. Hats off to them. Good job. All of you incredible solutionaries that we do with every single day. You're magnificent.
I feel like I'm witnessing you guys transform with like all the different technology and different tools that you're bringing to the table here.
Hey, got to grow, man. And you got to keep, and that's the thing, as we do these things, I must have to throw a lot of props out to people like you, your company, Elite FI Partners. Due to those types of partnerships, we're able to do what we're doing right now.
That's right.
Due to those types of things, we're able to make this and make it a cleaner version and try to bring more, realness to them. Like, it's weird.
Bring a better quality
there you go.
To the brew.
That's the word I'm looking for. Quality.
Ultimately, we're trying to make sure everybody gets from us. And we don't want any fluff, though. We want to make it some real good, good cup of joe,
It's the sharing of the like-minded people. It's the passion that we all share for the industry. That's really what it comes down to, right? Like we all maybe have a different angle of the car business, but we all are passionate about what we do and we all share that.
Yes.
So that's where we all come together, man. That's where it's fun.
So how did you like your interview? Paul Meyer?
Paul Meyer, that was awesome. That was a good time.
That's great, man. I'm glad that you were on there. We were we were in and out. Great, amazing. I'm glad. I love Paul Meyer. Paul Meyer is a lot of fun to sit down with. He's
I want to cook with him.
Yeah, this dude could do a little bit of everything. And when when it comes to his personality, the one thing I love about Paul is that he comes off exactly how he is. He's that's I don't know how to explain it. he's got flavor in him. He's got this
very flavorful.
He's got, you know, he's debonair. You know, I don't know if is that the right word?
Debonair? It might be. I would consider him a man that
Like a gentleman.
has a debonair
Right.
Persona. Absolutely.
I absolutely love that about him. And he's definitely not one shy away from taking an opportunity like doing videos. He's one of those guys that you could watch and say, man, this guy, he'll do it. He'll do it eating a meal. He'll do it, you know.
That's his thing. That's
dude.
Why he's got so much.
He
flavor.
kills it. I mean, that was it called the tablecloth, white tablecloth. Oh, dude.
Right.
Dude, amazing. And I absolutely love him for what he does. And him and his wife, they do some stuff. I know he's real proud about the yarn and everything else like that too. And that's amazing that they did that during this time and they grew their business even bigger, which is a test to what this whole social media thing can do for you. So
yes, sir.
Absolutely love it.
Yes, sir.
Again, talking about passionate people, think about this. The guy is literally sitting in the hospital bed talking to me before his interview, wearing his robe, you know, and I'm looking at him and nodding my head, and he's like, what's so funny? And I'm like, man, I'm looking at you, and you are just an inspiration, man. Like, you just don't stop. Like, you just got that drive and that passion, and I love every bit of it about you. You know, he's doing that from, you know, I think this is the second or third time I've seen him do something from inside the hospital, bed. And he's talking about how he's going to go through physical therapy and he's going to be putting that out there. And I'm like, man, you are something. That's just awesome.
100% is something. And wow, he's actually on here right now. Thank you, Paul, for even being on, listening and watching. It means a lot. Get well soon, man. Both knees. That's crazy. You know, most people do one and then they do the other. He said, you know what? This is the type of person Paul is. He's like, you know what? I'm going to do them both right now. Get them over with. Because what's the point of doing one than having to deal with? Because from what I understand is when you do one after another, the other one gets worse. So even if you repair one, because you have to put so much weight and strain on the other one after it's been repaired while you're getting the other one healed, it ends up getting bad. So it's like a cycle. So it's probably the best way to do both at once. So Paul, here's to a speedy recovery to you, my friend. Cheers. Thanks for having my good friend Michael on your show tonight. And it's so cool to see you grow, man. And your talent is beyond what you know. I've heard this from so many people. There's a lot of people who've known you for a long time. I guess your family is pretty well known. In the car business and whatnot. I don't know if that's the case, but I get that somewhere. And what I mean by that is that they see you as like the young person who's come up now and really blossoming into this amazing thing. And dude, congrats to you. I mean, there's a lot of people they're seeing it and the buzz is getting around there and your company is putting a buzz out there. And that's the biggest thing is you're delivering what you're promising. And I think that's what the biggest thing that you've been able to offer to your clients and helping, obviously, besides extra dollar bills, better processes, a more fun process. I'm sure based off of everything I know about you, there's no doubt in my mind, your process that you bring in elevates the environment too. Like people probably have more fun there, and the accountability is in a better spot, and I believe that you bring that also. There's no doubt. I could tell by the way that you run your business, the way you communicate with us, the way you communicate your videos, that brings a lot. People want to know who you are deep inside. And that's what I know. And that's without ever doing business with you. I already assume that. Right. And I'm probably dead on. And that's the crazy.
I know you're going to interrupt you. Like, so you talk about process. And so I was telling this quick blip or a story on Paul's show tonight, and we went into this dealership. It was last week, I believe, and we're working with one of the guys in finance presentation, and I'm going through service contract, and I'm telling him, hey, look, when you present a service contract, there's 3 areas I want you to touch on, and one of those areas I'm talking to him about is breaking the car, right? So you got to break the car. You got to let a customer experience, have them understand what it is when they go through something like that, like an event like that. And so anyway, he goes through, he understands it. And half hour passes, he has a customer in his office and he doesn't want us to sit in there with him. So we're kind of standing out by the door, listening to him. And, he gets to the point and he's at the point where I want him to break the car. And he goes, okay, so I have to break your car. And he tells the customer they have to break their car. And I'm like, no, man, no, you got to give them an example of breaking it. You don't have to give them an example of the engine breaking or the transmission breaking. Don't tell them you're going to break their car, So it was kind of funny, but like when you talk about process, I'm thinking about it because, I go in and we do role playing with guys in dealerships. And in the beginning of like when we do this, people they don't look forward to role play, right? They're kind of like, oh God, this is uncomfortable. And it turns into something different. It turns into where I'm sitting with people and now, after you've done it a couple of times, I'm throwing every objection at you I can possibly put at you. I'm trying to put you through all the different things that'll stump you up in the finance office. And I get to a point where certain guys, I can't break them. I can't stump them. And that's when it's exciting for me. Like you and I have gone through this enough times that I'm not getting an objection to you that you can't overcome and, keep moving along in your process.
Dude, that's like when, like that old Kung Fu TV show, the grasshopper, taking the stone out of, young grasshopper. When you take a stone from my hand, you become master. And then, so
but that's what it takes to really get someone to be trained is the drilling. You have to be
constant, like until you finally do it. And when you do, you realize you have now become the master. The master has now become the student.
You need verbal muscle memory inside of your verbs, inside of the way that you deliver your speech in every capacity. That's where we become ninjas. It doesn't we're totally different from any other profession or most other professions because it really just takes our tongue. The way that we deliver our words is what is going to make or break what we do, whether it's on the phone, it's in a text message, it's in an email,
right? Exactly.
And on a video, right? You know what I mean? That is where the technique is. I mean, people charge millions of dollars for ad copy for the techniques that it takes to make sure that you can convey your message properly. You know what I mean? And that's when you have a product like yours, man, it's important that they get the message across because you only got so long. Nobody wants to be in that finance office long at all. You know what I mean? At all. They don't want to be
99.9. And we all know that there's that one customer that wants to read every line, wants you to answer the question 5 times, wants to go over it one more time. And it's okay. And I will do it. Don't get me wrong. Because I always like to prove that I know everything. Because it's okay. Thank you. But it's just that it's because obviously if I'm going to do my job, I want to be good at it, proficient at it. So much like how Michael will go in and drill. I love that. I would love to have had that. So I know that the person that he's doing that to, if they really want to grow and get to that level of like being able to know that they can go back and forth on everything and be able to do it, then that's the type of person you'd have training you. You need to have somebody, it's like a drill sergeant. When I went to basic training in the military, that's how they drilled you. They drilled you hardcore every moment of the day. There was like no break. You're like, when you did, you felt with the moment they told you had a break, you thought you had a break. It really wasn't a break. They test you and check you so quick. And that's what's so good about having a mentor or somebody or a company in there doing what they're doing right now, and that's Elite FI Partners. When you need that in your store, I promise you, your finance manager, if he doesn't take it, like you come in with it and he's like, well, I don't really know. That's because he's not trying to grow. He's okay and he's content. But if you have somebody in there who's excited about somebody like Michael coming in and putting a little caffeination into his drink and helping him get a little bit more excited about his job, they will. I'm sure Michael, he can attest to the person that when you train somebody or you're going in and you're doing something, it's true. I can promise you it's 100% true. The ones that are the most excited throughout the whole process that stay through it, they're the ones who do the best. The ones that are you probably got guys who do really well, but they're not super excited, but then you got the ones that are super excited and they crush it. They're breaking like crazy numbers, probably having to get their bosses come and talking to them about changing their pay plan. Oops. Hold on.
That's not a bad problem to have, though, really, is it? I mean, you want a guy that's out there crushing it. You want a guy that's got that passion, that energy. So
I'm sitting here saying, who would not want that?
Dude,
I don't want that.
All you got to do is go on the average dealership and look in a sales floor, look at the average salesperson, then go into an average management group and see what inside there's pieces that are broken. And sometimes things need to be fixed, and you'll find that out really quick by putting a shot in the arm with a company like Elite FI Partners, folks. Because when you do that,
he's brewing solutions.
They're brewing solutions, and he's just gonna. And if you put somebody in there and they just go in and they talk and they're trying, you see it by body language. You see it. You see so much. It's so easy. That's why people like Michael can walk in a store and spot what needs to be fixed really quick. Like so many people that, like I know that 100% when I would go in and consult dealerships, when we were doing staffed events and doing all this marketing, I would walk in, you could tell within 10 minutes of going around shaking hands what you were walking into and what you can do to help make it better. And a lot of times it was just really attitude attitude in the store, changing and adjusting that, you know, and but then once you do that, you implement process, right? So speaking of process, man, what's been like the best thing for you working in the last 12 months? Like, what's the one thing that's helped you in the last 12 months really go in and just on average dealer really added that difference?
Just one thing.
I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch, but I'm sure there's something that's been sticking out that's kind of been like this.
Paul says good things about you there.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Process.
Mr. Process. Yeah,
I love it.
No, the biggest thing is always, and I know it sounds vague, but even if the process is different in every different dealership, it doesn't matter to me. It's sticking to a process and consistently doing the same thing over and over. You know, like I talk about it. You guys watch my videos. It's all about, even when it's hard, even when it's convenient, like you have, and this is what it always breaks. Like this last day of the month, you got guys getting bombarded with deals in finance offices, and they get, you know, I'll call some of my guys. They don't call me back for 2 or 3 hours because they just have one after another after another. And I'm watching their numbers like a hawk right then, because what's happening is some of them start to skip steps. You know what I mean? They start doing things to get through a deal a little bit quicker. And by doing that, you know, when you take those steps out, what you're doing is you're costing yourself, you're costing the customer, you're costing the dealership money. And so all those things, you know, it just comes back to do the steps. Even if it takes an extra 5 or 10 minutes, do everything you need to do. You know, as far as like what's working for us in process, like in going into dealerships, we just go in and make sure a dealership sticks to what we've basically told them that we want to see them do. And that's the consistent part for us, is that we go in there, we don't reinvent the wheel, we don't change, you know, what they're doing every time. We just make sure they're doing it every single time. And, you know, and some guys do it better than others. You know that as well as I do. I mean, some guys have a lot of energy and they're excited and they're out there pounding away. Some guys don't, and some guys are struggling. Those are the guys that we pay attention to. The guys that are struggling. It's like, I always tell people, if you see me in your store, it's because there's a reason I need to be there. A lot of times we're in there working with people because they're struggling. And I have a couple guys that go, I haven't seen you in, you know, 3-4 weeks. And I'm like, you're doing everything right. I don't need to be babysitting you every single day. It's the ones that are going to be in there, you know, we're going to be elevating those guys up to that next level. So.
Dude, you're doing a great job, man. And I can see how excited you are about what you're doing.
Yes.
And like every month, every week, you know, as we go by and as we, you know, we've been able to be, you know, friends for a long time now. It feels like, you know, in this COVID, it's really slowed down the friendships. Friendships got deeper, I think, without connecting, hand to hand connect. No touchy.
No touchy.
So like, but it's been really cool to watch and see. And it's to me, it's exciting. And I can't wait to see what the end of this year is going to look like. You know, we're all going to be at different levels. We're all going to be at different places. And we're all always, attitude is everything. Like Paul says, we're all going to always have that good attitude. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the best part about this culture that we have around our network. Right. You know, and it's really neat to see that type of amazing attitude, that the attitude of gratitude, you know, your attitude determines your altitude, all that type of stuff. And we're doing it really. It's just because that's what we do. We all pump each other up so much, man. I feel like you guys make my head go like this big, and then your head, and then I want to do the same for you guys. But the thing is, it's so easy when you guys are doing the right thing all the time. When I see you doing your videos and you doing your stuff, and I see that, you know, what you're doing with your company, and I see that you're getting new accounts, and then I look around and I see Dealership Toolkit doing amazing stuff. I see Exogloss doing their thing, you know, and I love the idea of maybe you and you know, seriously, you and Terry talking and getting together, maybe seeing the way that you guys can combine some work together tw I think would be pretty neat, you know.
Yeah, that's in the works, just so you know. That Terry and I actually are going to start working together here now. So
I know that I started that ball a little bit, right? So I'm real glad that I did, because I knew that it would be a great matchup. There's no doubt y'all's energy is identical when it comes to what you guys are trying to do. You guys are both great people. You guys are both genuine people, which I love. Family men who love their families, and that breeds on top of breeds. You know, true solutionaries, and you're part of the rise of the solutionaries. And this is so cool to see that happen. So yes, I'm so glad that is going down. And I knew that it was going to go down. It made nothing but sense. Right. So, but no, man, I'm glad to hear that. So, you know, everything about that is really neat about what we're doing together. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. This first quarter of the year is going by fast. We already got the first month done. So a lot of big things in the works, a lot of future plans for everything for all of us. And I'm looking forward to doing it together. I'm looking forward to all of us, like I always talk about like the Voltron, everything, and then boom, boom, and then we just do the sword. What I'm saying? And we're just tearing through the car business, doing our thing, man, right? So Bruin Solutions as we go, keep growing. Forgive, focus, flying, man. Elite FI-ing.
Bring the passion, man.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got your guy unless you got the elite FI. So that's just saying. But there's just a lot of amazing stuff. The Think Ag Group, I got to give a lot of thanks to them. I think a lot of us connected through them,
yes,
which is neat. And then that's spread out. And so Think Ag Group, love them. And I know that we all do. We have fun. We do the Thirsty Thursdays, and love that. The think tank. That's so much fun. And that just turned out from something that was, there's that.
oh,
But there's, but this TV keeps popping up cool pictures, man. We're not used to it yet. So it's like, oh, cool. So, but no, like, but no, man, I feel very fortunate to get to know you. In the group of everybody, you've definitely been right there at the top. The cream of the crop always rises to the top, right? So you've been there the whole time, and you haven't ever stepped down from that. Like, you never said, this is too much. You just kept moving and you kept going. So kudos to you, man. Mad props to you, because a lot of people I've seen in the last 12 months have popped in, tried to do some stuff and popped away.
Mhm.
Maybe tiptoed back in and then disappeared again. But you've done one thing. You've been consistent and you kept growing, and I love that you took that and you use that too. And it's beautiful. And it's all of us, man. That's what we're about. That's what Brian Ortega, Voltron, my man,
I think that's like a hashtag Voltron.
That's what it is, man. Voltron crew, but here's we can't, because I know that Pharrell did the Voltron crew, didn't he?
Oh, okay.
We can do
But
something.
But it's
Voltron.
car business. He's not in the car business. It's kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, but yes, we are Voltron. We are all together. We are better, right? No doubt. And so, because we help each other, we raise each other up. We encourage each other. Encouragement is one of the biggest things that I think is huge, not just in the car business, but with family, with friends, with human beings amongst each other, your community, your neighbor. When you do those types of things and you encourage them out of love, out of just wanting them to do well, and even if they do the exact same thing, that's kind of like, I'm no joke, Terry and him, they both have a product very similar, and I know that they could be more of a competitors. They could be computers and competitors, right? So they could be competitors, or they can team up and say, let's try to do this together. Because guess what, man, there's plenty of car dealers out there. Guess what else? If we give them better quality, it'll get better and it'll be stronger, right? The more quality that you give, it doesn't have to be quantity at that point, because people will come back and the replenish is so much easier at that point. So yes. So anyway, big strong to you, man. The last 12 months, bro. Keep growing. Don't stop. I can't wait to see this next 12, dude. I'm going to have to call out a challenge to all of us and just go crazy ham. Like, dude, you're going to have to start doing this, and let's go for it. Right.
Ooh.
I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to put it out soon. I'll put out a video and I'll be like, hey, bingo, bango.
Bingo, bango.
This is what I need done, and let's all do it together, right? So,
speaking of encouragement, so our brother Paul is doing the healing that he needs to be doing. So thank you so much, Mike Larkin, for getting him tagged inside of a caffeinated conversation. We love you, brother. Heal.
Yeah, man.
Good night.
Heal to you.
Cheers to you. And we know that your recovery is going to be great, and you're going to be eating some good stuff. And we can't wait to see more video as you do what you do, brother.
Superman.
I love it. We love it. We love it.
Bionic man.
But again, I can tie a lot together and I can overtalk it, so I won't. But we need to make sure that we encourage each other. Literally, a plant having good music, good words spoken over it will grow differently than destructive, harmful sounds being projected at it. It's scientific. I can prove it. You got to be an encourager. And if you are an encourager, your marriage is going to grow. Your relationship with your children is going to grow. Your relationship with the community is going to grow. Your relationship with your business is going to grow. And it's going to grow in a way that you're proud and you feel rich because of. You feel elite because of the quality that you have, because of the quality that you know you've poured in. You know what I mean? When you cook that good steak, like you slow down a little bit when you eat it, and you watch a couple faces too when they eat it. But like, how was that? You watch them maybe a little bit deeper. Like, was it good? Was it good? That was costly. It cost me time. It cost me, cooking it with all my heart. Whatever it is. For those of you that cook, understand. And I'm all inspired by Paul over here. But when something that you put your heart and soul into, of good ingredients, is out there, you expect and hope for great, good things. And that's what you should be getting. And that's usually what comes of it. So we encourage you, just do that inside of everything that you touch, and everything's going to be great. And again, you guys are the cream of the crop. That's why we're brewing together. That's why I even know you guys, because you're incredible human beings that want to do better. I mean, we're having a conversation about trying to push each other to the next level. And we're coming out of a blink where at one moment, one's getting inspired by another to start doing video. In the next moment, the other one is now saying, I have to step up what it is that I'm doing because of how much this one's doing. We begin growing in a way that we stretch out the capacity of each of us. And as we stretch out the capacity of the fruit or of the vine, you get more fruit.
He's 100%. And to the point where, like,
that makes sense.
When we get together, we can come up with some great ideas. Right. And the idea is like, why not us? Why not put out videos? Why not come together and come up with training methods? Why not we all, with our minds, we can put down some stuff on paper. We can come out with manuals. We can come out with some amazing stuff. And I know that, and that's just one little thing. There's so many things that if we go out and we start planting seeds now and we start trying to make it work, it's going to work because we have that passion, no matter what we do. That's the thing. Like, I've learned really quick in my life is like, as long as I stay in that pumped and that positive attitude, and I keep trying to do stuff, and I'm always trying to brew solutions instead of percolate problems, and I'm always trying to keep growing and forgive, focus, flying, and I'm doing all the right stuff, I can't fail. Even when I do, I'm still gonna grow from that. And when I say fail, I mean fail. I'm never gonna not succeed at something that I'm passionate about. If you love something, it's all gonna work itself out. You just got to do it. You just got to be right with it. You always got to be right with it. And understand that when the bad stuff happens, don't let it hit you so deep that you can't go forward anymore. You got to let that crap go. That's why forgive, focus, fly is such a big deal, man. And I think
failure is just a lesson. I mean, that's part of the whole thing. I mean, you're obviously, we're all doing different things to grow, and different steps and different videos and different messages. But whatever it is we do that's a failure, it's like you said, you can't take it to heart. You got to take it as a lesson. That lesson is how we're going to move to that next level. And that's what you're talking about. Like, we're watching the progression, just myself, like I told you guys, getting comfortable in front of a camera to like where I would be. You said it to me. You said this to me almost a year ago, where you're going to be right now and where you'll be in a year. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? Like that level of comfort that you develop, when you get in front of a camera, right? Or you start doing things that you weren't comfortable with, right? I'm there. I'm now not as like, you don't have that.
Look at you right now, man. I'm
just saying it. Like, you don't have that, like, oh God, the camera's on. Oh God, what am I going to do? Like, you start getting comfortable. You start getting in your zone, right? You find out that, your confidence comes out when you just forget that it's just a camera, right? Like, you just move on. And that's just one example of like that growth. I mean, it's the same thing, like you were saying, like we all could come together and put some stuff down on paper. Like, I'll bring the finance side, you guys bring the sales side. We'll put it all down together, and let's create something that everybody's going to grow from. That'd be awesome.
Dude, do not trust and believe that's going to happen, and it's inevitable, man. We've all been kind of Lou, earlier in the show, before you even came on, you probably may have heard it, but Lou was talking about plants reaching for the light, and they're stretching out for that light. And light is something I'm always talking about. Be the light, man. Your logo just popped up on the screen. I don't know if you noticed how bright it got in here. Seriously, bro. It's like that. It was the white one. And it really just
be the light, man.
That right there lets you know what your company does, man. It brings light out there. You are the light, and that's what people are reaching for. Real plants that need to grow will reach to light, and they will energize by light. Even freaking Superman needs the sun, right? He gets his power through the sun, right? So that being said, we need to all reach for that light and be that light. And the more that we can do that, the better. And I think that we're doing all that really well. And I love, once again, I love being partnered up with people like you. And I know that the future is bright. That's why I think, like we talked about, you said a moment ago, year goes by, you're going to be more comfortable. And I'm even more comfortable in the point where I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not worried about anything. I know that no matter what happens to me, I have steps that I can do. No matter what I decide to take, I got people who got my back. That's what we've done. And that's what you have been part of. We've all grown together. And we, when I say we, I'm not saying Lou and I'm saying we, right? And you know who the people are. You know exactly who I'm talking about. There's a lot of people that are on right now that are part of that big we, but we have really done some amazing stuff. So we all are going to do okay. We all, even when things seem bleak, there's always going to be encouragement there, right? There's always going to be one of us saying, dude, it's good. We got you. Somebody knows this person. I get you in with this guy. You could talk to this one. We'll get you over here. And that's going to happen. Hey, you need a combo with this person. I'm going to get you in there with that person. And that's what's going to end up happening with what our network will do. And beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm so glad to be part of it. Really, seriously, it's just it's awesome.
It's exciting, man. It's like you said, it's the elite network, man. I love it. I love being a part of all of this.
Love it, dude. The elite network.
I had to throw it out there.
Elite entertainment. Well, that almost might sound little like Triple X and I love it. But it does.
But I mean, so okay, listen. There's so many things that were just thrown out there between everything that was just said. But the main thing that's always going to be the deterrent is somebody else actually kicking off that, hey, start. Hey, I need to do it now. So I guess the main question for each of you, if we're going to have a bit of a conversation, and let me throw this out there. What was it that made it turn around to where you really wanted to engage with this new culture of being elite? What was it that made you want to turn the switch to actually utilizing the tools that have been sitting there available for you to use all this time? What was it that made that switch turn off? And what hurdle was it that you jumped that somebody else is probably facing right now? I mean, I guess I ask you, Michael, because you're right there and you're the elite. But I mean, I'm going to throw an answer out there too, but okay. Help me out. What was it that made it switch for you?
So tell me if this is true for you. I've always been elite, right? The difference is I felt like there was always maybe something slowing me down or a wall blocking me. And I'm excited because I feel like I've climbed that ladder to get to that opportunity where I can go out there and just really nothing's going to get in my way. Nothing's going to slow me down. I want to be like you guys. I want to keep growing. I want to reach for more. I want to do better. I want to go out into a dealership and I want to leave when they're like, damn, that's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? That's the guy right there. That's the one. That's what I want. Right. And I've been that guy for a long time, but I've been that guy maybe under somebody else's umbrella. I'm not doing that. Now there's risk, right? Anytime somebody jumps out there and gets off that diving board and jumps, I mean, there's risk, right? It's doing your own thing. It's hard, but I don't know how to fail. I just know how to keep pushing. I know how to be persistent. I know how to be, the pain in the ass in a dealer's face sometimes because I'm not going to give up. That's who I am. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are exactly like me and they're just scared to take that next step. Just do it. There's never going to be a better time than right now.
Oh man. And you're 100% right. But the thing is, folks, taking that step is scary, but taking those steps, if you're not willing to put the work in, it's going to fail. Mm-hmm. So the reason why he doesn't understand failure he does understand failure. But what I mean is that he doesn't see failure or accept the failure is that he will keep going and he doesn't give up. And that is the biggest ingredient to that is to be always consistent of looking and moving forward. So when you fail, it's like I've heard this. I think Denzel Washington talked about it in one of his speeches. He says, fail forward.
Yep.
Never fail backwards. Always fail forward. So if you fail forward, it's like even if you mess up, but just keep moving.
Right.
Don't stop. Always look at it as an opportunity. Hey, look, I messed up, but look, oh, I should have do it this way next time. So next time you have that chance, do it this way. You know, maybe that didn't work the second time. It's okay. Then you try it a different way. Always be creative. It's just like when you first got in the car business, folks, and you were taking turn or you were closing a deal. You had to fail a few times to figure out that doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, and then you finally get it. But here's the thing: there's always going to be another opportunity. It's called another day.
Mhm.
You know, it's another minute, another moment. It passes the past. You know, forgive. That's why I love once I got to keep going back to it. Forgive, so you can focus, man. Because you can't. Because there's nothing you can do about what you just did. It's over. You know, it's over. So always look at what you can do. If you look at what you can do, then like he says, then you never fail. It's because it doesn't matter. What can I do now? Oh, great. Fantastic. And Michael does that so good, man. I'm so like excited for you, man. And I'm so excited that, and this is just a year of you getting consistent with the videos. Wait till you do it in another year, man. And then all these interviews that you're doing now, and you're going to be getting invited for more, and people that your direct competitors, you know, are becoming closer friends with you. You know, that's what's cooler. I know people even like Adam Marburger. You know, you guys are competitors in a way, right? Am I wrong? You guys do similar.
You know what's funny is he and I talk now. I mean, we're buddies now. You know what I mean?
He respects the kung fu inside of you,
and you're able to upshift and uplift people that are competitors of you together. I mean, we're able to do that.
But respect his game.
Score.
He respects your game because he sees that you're putting in the work. You're being consistent.
Yes.
So game recognizes game. We've all heard that before, right? It's so true. He recognizes that game.
Speaking of kung fu, I just finished Cobra Kai.
Oh, so
cool. Oh my god! Did you watch?
Oh yeah, dude, all of them.
Well, the last episode with like the Phil Collins song coming on, you know, in the air tonight. Did that like hit a heart for you, or is it just
the whole thing, man? I'm telling you, the whole thing rocked my world. My guys make fun of me because of how committed I am.
It was so many crazy like situations in that. Going back, like even the whole Japan trip that season. You know, going back to Japan, seeing all them again, then having it was written
so awesome to connect it all together especially for the nostalgia that our generation wanted. I don't think any franchise has ever pulled it off like that before, from the hits to this series type of representation. I mean, it's key that they have so many of the same people, you know what I mean? But other than that, they did a magnificent job reconnecting the dots in the front, and I'm just as an artist, I appreciate that so much. It
was so awesome to see. Yeah,
so here's my challenge.
We're gonna get Ralph on the show.
Here's my challenge for you for this year. We're getting them on the podcast.
That's right. Yes, that's already on the vision board. Ralph Macchio is going to be on the show, and I'm hoping we can get Johnny Lawrence too. We're going to get them on the show.
He doesn't even know his real name. Goes in Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio and Johnny Lawrence. I can't lie either. I don't know the name either.
I don't know his name.
What is his name? I don't even know. But I like him though, man. This show has really made me like him even more.
Yes.
Before I used to be like, I don't like Johnny. I don't like him all. Now you're like, I like him, dude. I feel bad for the dude, man. He's been through some stuff, and he's actually a good dude.
William Zabka.
That is his name. Yes.
Yep.
I remember that. Yeah.
William Zabka. Johnny.
He's
so cool. We got to get them both on.
Yes,
dude. That would be the most radical ever. I want him. I want Mike Tyson. That's another one. I've been trying. So every time I see Mike Tyson on a live on like anything, I'm always like commenting like, I would love to have you on my show. Please talk to me. Be my friend. I'll be your best friend. It's ludicrous. Like I would let you punch me in my face. I promise.
Punch us right in the mouth. Right.
I would do anything for that episode.
I want to say that we would.
Mike Tyson.
We got punched by Mike Tyson in the mouth and took it. Car Guy Coffee. It can take the hits.
Right.
That'd be a great commercial.
Yeah, Cobra Kai, dude. Seriously, I give that's a heck of a show. I started watching it when it first came out on YouTube, and I fell in love. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, man. And it was because right before it came out, I actually happened to watch stuff on, maybe it was because the show's coming out, but it was on YouTube and they were showing like the reverse scenario, like showing how Johnny was actually the one who got punked by, Daniel, and he was actually the good guy in the whole situation. And Daniel just came in and was like the guy who's from somewhere else and was like, starting a fight with him, like jumping in the middle of him and talking to his ex-girlfriend, that, it's like this whole type of stuff. And he's like, huh. And how he keeps, every time they were going around the school and, Johnny wasn't allowed to do anything because, his sensei was like, no, you can't touch him until the tournament. So, Daniel would purposely do stupid stuff like, yeah, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing, punk. That's right. Yeah, you would have done that unless Mr. Miyagi would have went in there and not talked to them. Listen, you guys are do stuff, I'll break you. So, right, no, he didn't say it like that, but ultimately that's what happened. He knew he had Mr. Miyagi. He was like, Mr. Miyagi helped me out with those dudes. Like that time when they come jumping over the fence and he like did all that little
needed him. Wow.
We all know the move that he did at the end after he was done. Side to side movement sway. So
this is why we love the show. I'm telling you, man. Because we can just keep going on about it.
Sweep the leg. Hey, it's freaking like
it's real life.
It's the truth.
It's Cobra Kai.
I love Karate.
It matters.
Karate Kid was a huge movie to me as a kid. I
Yep.
love it, man.
Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi-Do. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. They brought it all together so perfectly. I'm so excited about it. It's a way of life. My kids, we all binged watched it. So for each one of the series, it was all right. Grab your blanket, grab your whatever, and here we go. And we would watch all of it. We watched the entire series of the first one, the second one right there, blasted that out, and then Devin was home during the Christmas break. And we were all home, so it was like, all right, Cobra Kai's out tonight. Bet. Put it on, blasted through it for the night. And everybody was digesting it. And man, it was so awesome. I mean, my boys really took it in. My ladies won't stop clowning us about it. But it is what it is. I'll take it.
I did it. It took me 2 days to watch the whole season.
Like, oh my gosh.
Stop
talking about it.
I seen the first, second. I was like, all right. And then this one came and I was like, all right, 2 days. I watched it with my wife. I was like, look, I'm not moving anywhere.
He's a car guy, Tiffany. He's a car guy.
Dude, that was one of the coolest.
A car guy.
When that happened, I was like, oh, the very first season I saw that, I was like, oh, and they even show him take a few turns and stuff, and I was like, the closing is not too shabby, actually. Like some of the little terminology, you're like, all right, they kind of did some homework on this. I like it, man. That's like real like car guy talk. I like it. Very cool.
Yes, I appreciated the car guy-isms that
put him in a body bag, Johnny.
But he was trying to save his business, and then the girl that he saved her life while after Mr. Miyagi broke a beam.
This guy was trying to buy the dealership group, and they had him go to page 9 of the agreement. They drew the.
Oh my gosh! It was incredible. It was awesome, guys. Cobra Kai, let them know they need to be on Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Any of you that see this, go ahead and send them a message.
If you know them,
get it on this podcast. We need it. That's the validation for the Car Guy.
Dude,
that you guys
not to mention, Ralph Macchio is also in one of my other favorite movies, My Cousin Vinny.
I shot the clerk.
I love that movie.
I shot the clerk.
I shot the clerk.
Whoa! Whoa! I shot the clerk. Yeah. Oh man,
that's when I learned about Positrack.
What were we on? Positrack.
I don't know. We went way off in the left field there. No. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Sorry about that, Michael. We did not mean to. We just did it.
Yeah.
I think I started it. That's my bad.
You did, but it's okay, man.
How do you get mud in your tires?
Rosie Perez.
No, that's not Rosie. Marissa Tomei. And bam, shot in the head. A deer. He killed a deer. Put its little deer lips on the water. Oh man, it was a hilarious movie. I love My Cousin Vinny, but Ralph Macchio,
great movie.
You're gonna be on the show.
I love you.
We're pumped up about it. It's already out there. We'll write it on here if we need to. But you will be out here. You'll get to sign the board. Come to Kentucky during Derby. I think we're gonna get to have a lot of interviews during the Derby season. I think that's gonna be a great time for us to have a lot of great celebrity guests.
The weather's usually great. It just hit.
Walking around.
all kinds of
Giving
good
them
stuff.
coffee.
A lot of betting going on.
It's gonna be good stuff. Good
At
stuff.
Juleps.
Speaking of betting, so we got this thing that we do in the dealership, and if any of you guys have any drills that you all do, let us know on creative things that you do inside of your store to ramp up and get your team going. One thing that I do with our guys is during our phone blitzes, we release a quick message to everybody, and we play Reveille. And it was a great talk of what Reveille is. Reveille is first call. It's the actual name of the song that right. So that's something that
was good enough.
Then yeah, it was. I'm no Justin Searle, but you have you have Sean that says, well, it's called Call to Post, and that's what it is if you're at the Derby, right? But the Call to Post was the post your bets. But Reveille is something that we use to try to ramp up our guys to get them going, understanding it's about to be that phone blitz, line up, total line, let's go. Right? Just the same thing that they used to use to get us up and bashing trash cans and stuff to get us going. What things do you guys use? What do you guys use to get your teams up there and going? What have you seen out there? You're jumping from store to store. What do you see as far as the cool techniques that some of the managers are using out there, Michael?
Cash is always king, man. So, I see
make
a lot of meetings where it's like you go into it, especially when you're selling like chemical products or something along those lines, and you have incentive tied to it. So it's fun to go into those weekly meetings where you see like $20 or $50 bills getting handed out. Somebody sold 5 protection packages and they're collecting, $500 or $1,000 in front of everybody else. That's a motivator.
All day, all day.
A big pile of cash motivates them. I mean, that's one of the strongest things I think I could tell you I've seen.
That sounds pretty damn strong to me too.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that for me, even for cash was a big motivator. Cash especially. Oh my goodness! I don't have to get that added to my paycheck and then taxes taken out. Oh man,
it's already in my hands.
Give me that.
Take it.
Sometimes they make you sign 1099s if you got too much cash that day.
Like, well, hold this. Give it to me tomorrow.
But no, we've had some pretty good ones. I've actually given out some pretty good cash spiffs in the past. Just really neat, like how people can just, and it helps somebody. It's anybody can get it. Walk around ones are great ones to do a walk around drill. Say, hey, go walk around this car. Best walk around today gets this money. Boom. Dude. And you always could tell who's going to do the best. It's always one of the first ones to put their hands up. Like, shoot, I'll do it.
Yep. They're going to go get it. They're going to go make sure that
what's the biggest incentive that you guys have given out in like a meeting or as like a perk for hitting a goal?
A vacation.
Yeah. Vacations. And then we do have $100,000 bonus or guarantee.
We have $100,000 guarantee if you average
196 cars.
There you go.
16 cars a month.
16 cars a month. You're guaranteed $100,000 if you don't make it. So let's say that you hit 90, we're going to cut you a check for $10,000 at the end of the year.
As long as you hit that average of 16.
As long as you, because let me tell you this, if you do that, the percentages that you get at that number, at that average, you're going to bust $100,000.
Yeah, it's going to be
everybody who's done that at our store bust $100,000. So it's like, it's inevitable. So,
it's just going to happen.
But it is a pretty cool guarantee, and that's all you gotta do is just work hard and just keep moving metal and solving transportation
but our favorite
problems.
To give away is usually the vacations because the guys get pumped up on that. We enjoy receiving those, and but the guys get this whole vision set up. So with a couple of our guys, that everybody's motivated differently. Some of them their goals are to go see places, and some of them haven't seen places. Some of them don't know what really planning a good vacation really looks like. Okay. That's just not, they haven't had that in their life yet. And that's what's awesome about this business is that we've had the chance to really show people how to do it, experience it for ourselves by way of the car business, and then show others that have come into the car business that don't know that sort of a luxury, or privilege that you get the chance to do. And they make that in their quarterly goal that if they achieve that, then we're going here, and making sure that the spouse is actually the one that puts the goal out there. So I need you to go home, talk to your wife and discuss where it is that you guys want to go. And I need a video back from her saying how excited she is about going to the Bahamas or going to, Cabo or going to, whatever it is that they want to go do. They want to go to the Smokies, whatever. The response is, hey, Lou, I'm really excited about him, and I'm going to make sure that he's motivated. You know what I mean? Getting that video back and that participation means that somebody's saying, hey, are you did you get your lunch today? And you see the wives get involved, and I'm gonna make sure you're not leaving. You stay on the phone. I got your lunch today. We're in this together. I got to go pick out my bathing suit because you got to hit that goal. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the synergy works greatly with the guys. But vacations are our favorite because experiences are priceless.
And, another good spiff that we do to pump up at the end of the year, and I think you may have heard this from us before. We do this. Our owner does this thing called Melito Bucks, and he does a huge auction.
That's a fun one.
It's pretty cool. So as a salesperson, all you have to do, and you don't selling cars, you get more dollars, like the Melito dollars, right? So that's his last name, Tony Melito. So anyway, so that being said, so we call them Melito Bucks. So you earn Melito Bucks by appointment shown, credit pull, not test drive, reviews, Google reviews, et cetera. Obviously, the most you get is for delivery. And sure, there's other little things that you get dollars for this and dollars for that, right? So at the end of about 30 days, he usually starts in the middle of November, right around Thanksgiving-ish, right before Thanksgiving, and it runs all the way through until right about the middle of December. Well, he goes out and he spends thousands of dollars on like TVs, like 50-inch televisions, Xboxes, all these cool things, different grills, like whatever he could think that's neat gadgets. And he'll come and so you earn all that stuff, then he gets them all together and you just have an auction with Melito dollars. But the top guy will have like 20,000, 25,000 Melito dollars. Bottom guy might have like 7,000, 8,000, something like that, maybe less. But you could always
get cash value because they got to use it.
Yeah,
so
you don't get to carry it over to next year.
It's a fun bidding race.
So it's a one-time go. So you have to use it so that people, they'll bid pretty big on some, like even like footballs and stuff like that will be in it. But I think that's a pretty neat thing, and it's fun. It's an activity too. So it's not just a spiff; it's an activity. Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty cool thing, and it's
an experience.
Neat. Yeah, it's an experience.
All of that together builds for an experience, which is what we do as people that live life as we experience it. Our EQ, our experiential understanding of life is shaped off of events that happen all day long, and it's not just the products. It's the people that we experience it with. Because the products that interchange.
Right.
If we were done at the first car that we sold, I mean, that's very boring. That the products are going to continuously change, get better, upgrade, something else to learn about it. It's going to continuously evolve in the finance office, on the lot, for the dealership, for everything, for NASCAR. Things are constantly changing. Somehow you're going to make that car go faster. Somehow you're going to make sure that car is able to be more aerodynamic. There's always going to be an upgrade to the things that we're doing. It's a keep growing attitude. It's a continuously shift the exchange of where it is that we are for what it is that we want to get to. And as we do that, I mean, again, I get so philosophical and deep inside of my thoughts because I want people to remember that there's solutionaries that are out there that are finding ways to make it happen, and them putting a little faith into their own voice and their own validity as problem solvers is helping them find great success. It's opening great doors for Michael. It's opening great doors for us. It's opening great doors for so many people. And this week, again, Michael, you're helping us bring a message out there, and I value that more than I can ever spend the time to talk about on the show. But for those of you that don't know Michael like I know Michael, just understand that he wants to make sure that you get problems solved wherever it is that you are. I can't imagine anybody that wouldn't want an additional problem-solving resource inside of their store. But if you're overflowing with problems being solved, fantastic. That's what we're trying to brew. But with that, we have other people that are we're getting the chance to amplify their voice, like John Resurrection, who's going to be brewing with us this week. And you're going to hear that podcast coming out. He's already been live on the show. For those of you that haven't had the chance to hear that yet, understand that he is selling cars like candy bars and constantly finding a way to brew solutions for other dealers. And he is so good at his skills with the camera. And that is so key. as you start to sharpen your ninja blade. But the thing that he'll always encourage you to do is something. Just do something.
Boom.
And he's actually brewing with us. I'm going to let this video play real quick. Keep hanging out with us, Michael.
Let's do a quick recap of what 2020 looked like with selling cars like candy bars. Roll it. You're selling cars like candy bars. Stay original. Lessons in life will be repeated until they are, let's say, rebrand the store. Cars and dogs and how dogs sell cars. We are selling cars. We're selling cars. We are selling cars. Selling cars like candy bars. Friday morning meetings, pump-up sessions. Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, no particular order, but that's my top 5. That's what I see the second I open my phone. CTV, you got dope content, you might as well put it on CTV. Find out exactly where you shine, what's utilized every single relationship that you have. If your website looks like it's been done 20 years ago, no one is going to trust that actual business. Welcome, I'm in digital marketing. It's the current trends right now. Post-COVID-19. If a digital marketing company is killing it for a dealership, don't go into the dealership. Put them in jeopardy just so you can make a couple of bucks.
¿Meterte en uno de estos? Averígualo.
Mailer pieces. Come on, man. Are we serious? It's 2020, man. 2020 vision. Ooh, 2020 was phenomenal.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, we do not own the rights to any of that music.
Yeah.
Just so that you
Last
know.
time we played that, I forgot they cut the sound out. And that's because we do not own the rights to that music. That music is owned by that artist, and that artist is amazing, and they deserve all the credit they deserve for that song. They're great. But this was a video that actually we didn't produce. It was produced by John, and John had put that out, and I thought it was a really cool way to go back in a year. I wish I would have done a video with all my quick brews like that. That would have been pretty cool. That would take freaking forever, though, because I had a ton of them.
At a year's worth, 300.
Dude, it wasn't 365.
It was not
After I went
365,
back,
but
I think I had
300.
like total quick brews. I think it was close to 300 last year.
Yeah.
So I did that many quick brews last year, and then you have to think. I started doing lot walks later in the year, and that lot walk probably about half of that on every day, and then I have
A lot to put together.
Yeah, I have a lot of videos, and then once a week I did the whiteboard quote of the week. I do once a week, so every week I've had one of those too, and I didn't miss. I think I shouldn't say I didn't. I think I may have missed 3 weeks total on the whiteboard quotes. I think. Because of just forgetting. I'm no excuse.
Well,
but I worked my butt off
focus
last year, and I committed to that. And I think, man, I can't believe I did it. And I did it like it actually. Now it's weird to not do a video. It's like, man, on my days off, like today, I don't really do many videos on my days off. And then like on Thursdays, usually when I'm off, I don't really do one too often. But I feel guilty, so I always like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing something on those days, like a little video. But I do like our shows that day and stuff like that. But every other day, you're getting 4 pieces of content now, folks. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I throw out 4 pieces, not necessarily 4 videos, but it is 4 pieces of content a day that comes out from me, and you will be seeing that more often. And you're gonna see.
You'll be seeing it 4 times a day.
I might be even more. I'm thinking about upgrading that. So it's going to be bananas. I know that some people might say it's too much, and in some cases it may have been, but you know what? I don't care. I do it because I believe that there's somebody out there that needs to hear it, because I've heard too many people come to me and tell me thank you. So that one thank you made me go, okay, I'm doing the next video. You know,
you never know which one it is that's going to actually make the connection to someone that needs to hear that message right then. So you holding that back doesn't help anybody.
No,
it's important to release it. And if it helps somebody, great. If not, it's still a great seed in the ground. Put the content out there. And that's really what we're trying to say. And we're so pumped up about it. I mean, again, there's so many solutions that are brewing. We got more things that are evolving from the cafe, including Cargal Coffee, the Sisters of Savings, are brewing some crazy things up.
They were supposed to be in town
tonight.
tonight, but the weather was too bad, so they probably would have been on the show with us. But they are going to be here tomorrow, I think, maybe. So
Nope. They're not. But we might have a special for you all. Maybe right here inside of the cafe, which we got to talk about, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But I'm talking about what it is that these ladies are doing, and that's finding a solution for you. So for those of you professional car gals that are out there thinking that we have not been thinking about the gals that make this industry so much better, know that we are trying to find the right stuff for you all. To make sure that you find the opportunity to pour out what you have into this industry, because we all need it.
Yeah.
Never tell you how much I appreciated you modeling that for us. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that would have me rolling. I saw you post that the first time, and it's all Cop Michael walking into a dealership.
Hello, folks. I am here to save the day.
That's right. That's what I see it.
I'm not gonna lie, I showed it to everyone. Man. Look at this. Look at this.
You know what you guys need, and just sit there and just open up. Oh man, that'd be so great. That'd be a fun video.
Yeah,
just a comical video. Yeah, right there. Just sit there like, hey guys, have you considered? And then just open your shirt, and then just do a video of seeing what a dealer looks like as you do that. Like, can I get 2 minutes of your time? 2 minutes of your time. I don't even need 2 minutes. I need 2 seconds of your time. Hold on a second, sir, and start undoing your shirt. Yeah. That'd be so great.
Sold.
Be like,
okay, where's the pencil that? I'm good. Let's go talk.
You definitely get the unique award.
Nobody's done that.
I definitely think, but speaking of the Car Gal Coffee podcast, I'm real excited about getting them out there doing their thing, because to be able to send a message out there and have a comfortable place for women and even men, because sometimes, us men can come off as brash to even women. Like, they might get a little, like, feeling a little uncomfortable because of the way we may be. I don't know. I can't tell you that's the truth or not. What I'm excited about is a place that's going to be comforting for them. So all you women out there who are followers, who watch our show, or if you're even just watching it for the first time tonight, if you're looking to get onto a podcast and you're a rising star in the car business and you feel like you have some value to bring, let us know. We're excited. I have a few people already. I'm actually pretty booked up, but here's the good news. I always looking to throw a little bit here and there. We're going to be cross-platforming them. We're going to be having guests come on our show. We'll be having our guests go on their show. So it's not going to just be women on their show. It's going to be men too. But it's the car gals actually interviewing other car gals and car guys out there.
From the dealer vantage point, folks, these are car dealers. Okay. You want to talk about people that are the hub of everything it is that we're doing in our industry. It's the dealers. And these are two sisters that have found a way to unite together, doing a job together, succeeding together on two opposite sides of the rainbow, making solutions
perfect
go away. That was fantastic.
I couldn't join fast enough.
That's what's happening. And they are going to be brewing solutions on the show. Guys, it's going to be very simple for you to find them. We're going to make sure that they are everywhere. We're going to make sure that they're everywhere. We already released the name of their coffee flavor. It's going to be a morning blend, or a morning bean, which is going to be a light blonde roast. It's the Blonde Boss's Brew. What? It's so exciting that it went a little dry. I needed a little more of this. That's what I was looking for. Maybe it's getting a little late. I don't know. But what I do know is that we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. We've been blessed to have another great opportunity to just hang out and talk with our brother.
Man.
I miss you, man. I miss you, man.
We
need to talk. We need to do some more video stuff.
We did everything from Voltron to Cobra Kai.
Yes.
We talked about a little bit of everything tonight, dude.
But he's, I mean, the one that's helped us to bring this message out there. All these people that are right here, check them out. Can you get them?
Probably not. No, you can't get in there.
But see all those people there. You've helped us to get that message out there. You're on that screen too. But we thank you for that. We appreciate you for that, and we know that we're only better because of that. And we want to make sure that you know that, and you're always valued inside of this cafe. You are always welcome to pour out whatever solutions you're bringing, and we want to do all that we can to make sure everybody knows that they need to at least have a conversation with you about how they can become elite FI. But we are elite FI partners.
That's right.
And we're excited about that. And we're so thankful that we've had the chance to brew with you tonight, brother.
Love it, man. Thank you, guys.
You have anything you want to drop out there real quick? Any nuggets of encouragement or any way that you want people to get a hold of you?
As always, the best way is always to reach out, look up our website, elitefipartners.com. Email is simple. It's michael@elitefipartners.com. But the biggest thing is, like you said, we're looking for the opportunity to meet dealers. We want to get in front of them. We want to talk to them. We want to show them what we can do. So, whatever it is, if there's ever an opportunity, whether it's, you don't have the right products, you don't have the right training, the right, people coming to your dealership, you don't have the right profit share programs, whatever it is, we want to talk to you guys about it. So that would be it.
Bing bong.
I thought you were about to say something, so you got me. I'm all.
Well, it's okay because these are genuine conversations that we're having, and we really appreciate it. I mean, again, you're somebody that we honor so much, and we're watching so much, and we're watching as cheerfully as you could be for like a brother that is doing the best in his business, and we're with you, and we're trying to learn from you, and of course trying to share everything that we do learn with you. So what we have is yours, and we want to make sure that we continue to brew solutions. Again, you've come into this cafe, you've helped make sure this message gets out there, and we honor that so much. And we want to make sure that other people know that you can do the same thing. Connect with the people that are around you, honor the people that you're doing business and life with, and you're going to feel so much more just elite. You're going to feel rich because of the relationship value you have, the quality of relationships you have. And I can go on that for all. I'll get very preachy, and that's just the way that I feel. So, car guys, car gals, thank you so much again for brewing solutions. I didn't know where to go with that.
We're gonna end up, we got to end up getting some kind of sound effect that has a coffee sound, like a grinder maybe, and then and then of course the espresso machine, like percolating and all that type of stuff. We got to get those sound effects on there too.
We got a lot of room for growth, right?
We do.
That's what we're doing.
There's always room for improvement.
That's right.
We're always going to keep growing. And I'm looking forward to doing this with my friend, Michael Offman. Thank you so much for being here tonight, dude. I know that you had a lot of other things you could be doing tonight. You already did another interview tonight. You've done some stuff. So you were just kind of on a roll, my friend. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you for being here. Folks, this interview is going to be back out again, but we can use this as beautiful content we've had tonight. This is real conversation. You're going to see
a lot more of this.
Really real talk. This is what life is, just having conversation with people and just being real with them and just bringing out the best in each other. And when you can do that, it always, at the end,
it all comes together.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I like that. That's nice.
That one was a good one. Yeah, I like that too. That's like dope. Super dope.
All right, guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Appreciate all right, my friend. Brother. We'll see you later.
Great night.
All right, guys.
Car guys, car gals. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And you have been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. Hey, if you're not on Clubhouse, you need to get on Clubhouse. If you haven't gone to carguycoffee.com, go to carguycoffee.com. Right. Get you a mug, get you some swag.
That's right.
Get you some of the solutions that have been brewed inside of the cafe, and get a gift. Get a gift for somebody. Let it get airdrop.
CarGuyCoffee.com. Upshift and uplift and get them a gift. So rhymes. But hey, real quick, this week our schedule is changing. Our schedule has changed. This week we're going to be doing Wednesday morning. We're going to be interviewing Chris Martinez. Folks, this dude is amazing. He works at a dealership where they sell over 1,000 cars a month. Are you kidding me? So let's talk about that. It's going to be a lot of energy. He's going to tell some great information. You do not want to miss that. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday morning. And that show is going to be brought to you by all our amazing sponsors. It's going to be great. And Chris Martinez, he is an author. He's all the above. He's real. You guys, it's going to be, I can't wait.
Flyer.
We have some other stuff.
Show.
We're going to have some other stuff go on. You know, we do have some things that we have planned. We have to make some other schedule changes for the week. So we'll let you know how the rest of our week's going to be scheduled. But Tuesday morning, 7:30, this Tuesday, 7:30 on the Clubhouse. Bruin Solutions in the room for improvement. All right. Now it's the Clubhouse room. For improvement. That's what it is. In the Clubhouse room for improvement. But it is our Bruin Solutions. That's the club that we're trying to grow. And then inside that, the room is going to be the room for improvement. That is Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there, be square. I know that you're all the way out there in Tucson. That's super early for you. If you can make it, if not, no big deal, man. We're going to be doing a lot of different ones. We're going to try to get more, onto that Clubhouse scene. It's a lot of extra time, but we definitely want to be part of it. And it's a great place to be, folks. There's a lot of great stuff going on. Do not miss out on the opportunity to grow every moment that you can. Take advantage of it because it's just free information for you to get there. So
that's right.
Thank you all very much for being here tonight.
All.
Michael, you go on, have fun with the fam. Good job tonight with everything that you did. Keep growing, my friend, like you have been. I'm impressed, and I am so happy for you, man. I'm sure you are happy too,
brother. Keep growing. Let's brew.